Like everything that's saying, I used to watch a lot of stuff. But now I can't watch it because I'm like, I don't look at reviews for because I wanted to like see.
Okay. Idubbbz, Sam Hyde, two cultural icons clashing in the space of Kino films. And, well, I've already reacted to Sam Hyde's documentary on Idubbbz. You can watch that on our podcast, Gush. But Idubbbz just released a new one, and this one's from his perspective about the whole Sam Hyde situation. And, well, me and Kino are going to see, first of all, if it's Kino, and second of all, if it's any good. So, hope you're ready for this reaction, response, critique, cultural analysis.
Oh, and by the way, we didn't actually think to actually record our responses. So our responses start at about 16 minutes and 15 seconds in. We watched about 16 minutes of it, and then we're like, we should probably...
Yeah, because we were just reacting normally. We're like, I should film this, make this a video, and that's what we're doing now. So,
yeah, so you're going to have to make up your own mind on the first 16 minutes.
Don't worry, we're not going to explain it all like Idubbbz. We're not going to tell you what to think.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Through Sam's comedy wall, I knew that Danny would be the solution to that. How long have you been together?
Like 2.5 years, 2 years.
Okay. Not horrible. I don't think you feel horrible.
I do.
Security blanks for you.
Yes.
You know that Sam is joking when he does this? You know what I mean?
Feeling that you're getting, it's like just added responsibilities. Consider going to therapy.
God, this music is so fucking annoying.
Have you considered going to therapy?
Have you considered going to therapy?
Oh my god.
You're being a mess.
Yeah, I can see your... I really didn't know how to feel. I would say that the rest of the guys made me medium level uncomfortable. Danny made me extremely uncomfortable.
Medium level?
Yeah.
It's just...
No, we don't have any hot girls.
It's like the most boring version of what are entertaining people saying funny shit. But it's like, because it's edited this way, it's just awkward.
Time, it's only.
It's like, why are you having a...
Why are you doing talking heads?
I've been a fan of him, and then.
Okay, but like that.
I know it's falling off. He started off with like, I'm edgy and I'm gonna say the N-word and stuff. And now he's like, basically talking to like Sam Hyde and being like, you have some weird men. What do you mean you can't make a racial joke? This guy, like,
I'm gonna pause for a second.
Literally, this guy drove up to San Francisco to say the N-word to Tana.
Yeah, but you know, I'll say something. I think that, I know that's like considered edgy or whatever, but I never thought just saying the N-word was that funny, because it's kind of like lowbrow anyways. I know it's pushing boundaries for certain people, but in a way it's like...
It is lowbrow.
Of course the guy who thought that was funny would now be the guy who's all trying to be PC and shit, because it's like, he was never actually that funny to begin with.
Yeah, I you know, like, I liked Idubbbz videos, but it was more because I thought he was charismatic in the videos.
He was charismatic.
I never really found him funny, though. And then, I don't know, the last, like, 3 years, I thought his stuff has been super boring.
Yeah.
Idubbbz, we're gonna ask him when the camera's off if you got money. If anyone knows anyone who's got money, ask, please.
This is just extra behind the scenes of Sam Hyde. Nothing Idubbbz hasn't added anything interesting so far.
No.
It's just the footage.
All the best parts of this are just Sam Hyde.
We're going to do some kind of fitness-related thing. I think it might.
We're going to do this where he gets his ass
He sounds
kicked.
so unenthusiastic.
I know.
It was scary when we started boxing and he said shit like, hit me, hit me. Around 2008, Sam started regularly uploading comedy videos, predominantly featuring himself alongside his friends Nick Rochefort and Charles Carroll, a comedy troupe called shows like Tim and Eric Austin Show. So naturally, after MDE had established a following online, Adult Swim picked them up.
Why does it sound like he's doing a middle school book report?
$1 Million Stream presents World Peace.
Yeah, it does sound...
It sounds so unenthusiastic and like
He's not good at voiceover.
World Peace was exactly the type of thing you'd expect to see on Adult Swim.
No, it wasn't.
The show was very good.
It's clean.
World Peace lasted about halfway through its first season before it started to get heavily criticized by the media.
For such a big sound coming out of such a small person, it's so crazy.
Former Adult Swim collaborators such as Brett Gelman and Tim Heidecker.
I just having trouble hearing you.
The media
was
smearing
totally
became
correct.
too much for Time Warner to handle, and World Peace was canceled.
Adult Swim has decided to part ways with an
Oh, and he's fucking used
The
the
most
Young
trusted
Turks.
news source, the Young Turks.
Probably not the ones
Still White Claw.
It's not like there was a lack of.
But because of the way Sam and even the show itself refused to allow the general public in on the overarching joke, a dogpile from these groups was to be expected, and even seemed to be welcomed by Sam and the show's fans. Did World Peace deserve to get canceled? Maybe. But was it inevitable?
Okay, let's pause here for a second.
Did World Peace deserve to get canceled? Maybe. Dude, I remember when World Peace came out, and Adult Swim did this poll, like on a whole bunch of social media. What new show should we
Continue.
Should we continue? World Peace got over 90% of all the votes. Everybody like loved World Peace. Everyone who watched it, like it's a super funny show. It was literally just for political reasons because Brett Gelman and Tim Heidecker were just, well, especially Brett Gelman, but then, you know, Tim Heidecker wanted to help out his friend Brett Gelman. Brett Gelman has never made anything funny, by the way. He's like one of the most unfunny guys. But to say, like, did it deserve to get canceled? Maybe. That's such a wishy-washy, like, stupid fucking thing to
I'm
say.
glad you said that. That was the... He doesn't know how to write. I don't know who's writing this, if he's writing it. He didn't give any build-up to that point at all. Throughout the whole narration, he's playing it so straight, just matter of fact. And then he says, do they deserve to get canceled? Maybe. We'll talk about it. Did they? Like, what is the reason you're saying maybe? You need to explain it.
Yeah.
Be a better writer.
Oh my god. This guy fucking...
Idubbbz, if you're watching this,
You fucking
you
suck.
have to make your point salient. You can't just, like, throw that out there at the end of your long
No.
monologue
Dude, he's just like...
without any reason.
Dude, he's like Boogie. He's a fucking fence sitter. Like, he has a side that...
Maybe he's a fence sitter.
He has a side that he's on, but he wants to pretend like he's this, like, neutral figure when he's obviously not.
I don't even think it's like it's that conscientious. I think he's not even on a side. I think he just goes with whatever he thinks is popular, and that's why he
That's
was
why
edgy
he's
before. And
Yeah.
shallow but edgy, and that's
Yeah.
why he's PC and still shallow now because
Yeah.
he's shallow.
Exactly.
No taste.
Sam, you're a lot better than Idubbbz.
You're doing good.
It's not that hard, though. It's a low bar, you know?
Low bar, yeah. Nick is like,
Nick just seems like a
he's a
normal...
real American.
Yeah.
Like he's a straight up American from Gen Xer. He's a straight up Gen Xer.
I
Real
thought
guy.
it's like when you just hate customers.
Watch this!
I mean, that's cool that he's interviewing Nick actually.
Yeah.
The racism stuff is kind of in some cases it's a moot point because it is showing people your taint. If it's too cruel to be funny, or if I miscalculated my racism, like if I said something that was just like not justified, then it's like the same as bombing with a bad joke because I
You
didn't.
can't have any amount of irony without some sincerity behind it. Here's an example of a sincere thought. I don't like eating shit. People who are not being ironic say sincere things like that all the time. Basically just saying the consumption of shit is something that is physically possible.
Okay, I want to say one thing.
Wait.
The fact that he's explaining it like this is not a filmmaker.
It's gay.
This is like he's like a teacher. Like, first of all,
Well,
why are you even doing
it's
this?
really patronizing. So obviously he knows he knows that his audience is a bunch of fucking retarded 14-year-olds.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like
Kids.
Well, and also I want to take umbrage with the fact that he says, "Here's a sincere thought. I don't like eating shit." That's not sour pilled at all, dude. Like, has he seen the famous movie by Pier Paolo Pasolini?
Yeah.
You know, eating shit is actually kind of based. No, I'm joking, but like he has to go like, actually, there's a sincerity and irony. Irony is a circle, dude. Time is a flat circle, man.
Dude. Yeah. It's like I'm 14 and this is deep kind of stuff.
Dude, sincere irony is like a circle, just like time, dude.
Okay, let's hear the rest of his lecture on.
I wish that he would just fuck off. This is a whole section in the video. Like, he literally has a section teaching you about what irony is. Fuck off.
Hear things like that all the time. You might say that it's the default way to say things. The next rung on the circle of irony is just called irony. You might be familiar.
That makes fucking sense. Irony is on the circle of irony. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I love eating shit. Great. People think I love eating shit now.
Why is he explaining this? This is so stupid.
Wait, do you think you saw my salad video?
Yeah, I think
this is the go-to boomer humor that old people thrive off of. They love sarcasm. It is a basic level of irony to the...
He's dissing Minion memes? Are you for real?
I don't like eating shit. Oh, me? Oh, no, I don't like eating shit. I hate that. I don't like eating shit.
Wait.
Okay.
No. I want
go for it. Just go on, because this is so confusing and it's nonsensical.
Stupid. For one, post irony is not that, but also too. Did you hear how he has his fake film sound in the back?
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah.
That's so annoying. Like, he's not shooting on film. That's not a film.
It's the YouTuber sound effect. He just downloaded it off of.
But so he's like, oh, post irony is where you're making it like you sound ironic, but you're actually being sincere. It's like, not really. Like, do you know what a fucking joke is?
Yeah.
You know, like, of course there's you could say that.
I hate the word irony. Nobody uses it right. It's not even a useful word. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like,
it's so annoying.
Like,
if you have to describe the circle of irony using the word irony twice, you're not describing anything. You're just making a confusing fucking graph.
You're literally okay. So maybe it's because I've had a few White Claws in me.
You're literally wrong.
You're gonna get some good content here, fellas. Okay. We already had to cut some stuff out. All right, that's for the Glink Dark channel. He's using the symbol or the signifier. You know, so you read Baudrillard. There's a signifier and a signified.
Oh, I've read Baudrillard.
Oh yeah, everyone here's.
I've read 20 pages of it. Yeah, go on.
But you know, there's a signifier and a signified, right? That's what a word is, right? And the definition of word, how we know what a word means,
versus the actual meaning of it.
So what he's doing here by saying, "I'm going to explain irony to you," he's literally explaining the signifier with the signifier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
It's the absolute worst sort of explanation of what irony is. I'm going to explain to you what irony is. Well, here's irony. And then he does like this bad acting impression.
It's like saying, oh, well, irony is ironic. Like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You fucking retard. Like...
Oh my god. Let's just finish this up. I'm gonna have to drink some more to get through this.
I don't like eating delicious, creamy shit. Stop saying that about me. If you put a pile of shit in front of me, I wouldn't devour it like an animal instantly. I wouldn't be doing that. This is probably the most popular form of irony in the modern generation. They're basically parodies of memes. And look, there's no more room on the circle, so we must be done.
Meta-irony.
What the fuck is that? Meta-irony is where this gets fucked. This is where you're saying something sincere.
Meta-irony doesn't
even context could imply that you're saying it.
Why are you trying to define comedy so much?
You're saying is actually sincere.
It's so lame. You're lame. Stop.
You're
a nerd.
You're a fucking nerdy scientism.
Should have been put in the locker.
God damn it. You should have been bullied way more.
Intertwined with sincerity.
What if Nick Rochefort went back in time to bully Idubbbz in high school?
Shit.
But the crucial problem really is trying to define everything with these nonsense terms.
I brought it up in the first place.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just comedy. Just live in the moment. You don't have to define everything.
Not just nonsense terms. He's defining irony by just defining it. Right.
Yeah, I know. It's nonsense anyway.
Irony with prefixes.
Yes. Attach the line between sincerity and jokes. People don't tend to do things for no reason. There has to be an answer here. And there are two answers.
He doesn't.
There has to be an answer. There has to be an answer here. That's your problem. That's why you're not cool.
Yeah, that's why you're weed, dude.
There has to be an answer here. People can never just say things.
Dude, shut the fuck up, nerd. I'll fucking box you.
He lives here. Sam is drenched in meta-irony constantly. He intentionally doesn't make it obvious when he is or isn't joking about something. Why he does this is up for interpretation, I guess. Are you stupid or something? Well, now I feel bad for being unaware of any irony going on, so in the future, I will not criticize you for anything you say.
Sound?
I am now invulnerable to criticism.
Oh my god, this is so.
It's this is like a Reddit tier analysis of comedy.
Yeah.
Where it's like extremely shallow and not considering anything else. Like, why would Sam feel the need to be as like ironic, if to use his words, as he is? Maybe because the political climate produces politically correct hacks like you who are unfunny and uncreative.
Yeah.
And that's why he's challenging those norms. Maybe that has something to do with the political environment that you're in.
Maybe the fact that you're making a documentary, you're making a video, and and his public persona is this comedic personality. Is Idubbbz going to go back and go like, Andy Kaufman should have been more sincere. I don't like how Andy Kaufman was always playing a character because I don't understand.
Because I don't understand it.
I don't understand him.
So
oh my god, dude.
That whole thing was pointless, by the way. That whole explanation. He's like, why he does this is open to interpretation.
It's because people who like Idubbbz either are too stupid to get into the U.S. Army or they're 14-year-olds.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right.
Let's finish this.
And then you sent me an email.
I mean, I don't do most copyright claims. What was the email?
The email was, I will release the copyright claim on your video if you can send me a video of yourself squatting 200 pounds below parallel.
Why didn't you do that? You'd be so much stronger now. Damn.
Dude, Sam was literally just trying to help him out.
He was, yeah. He would have been good advice.
The funny thing is that Idubbbz never did it.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, you had 8 years.
Yeah, he had 8 years.
It's not that hard to do.
He had
a few months.
220 below parallel, and he wouldn't be making this video today if he squatted 220.
No, he would, but it's just a stupid thing for him to.
Did I create an enemy with that? I don't know. I can't even remember what your video was. So maybe I was pissed off or something. I don't know.
Dude, he's so pissed off that Sam just doesn't even know.
Yeah. He is.
Really? Okay. So
that led to this documentary.
You're getting punked.
Really? How are you gonna punk me?
I'm gonna make you look like an asshole.
Really?
Which isn't hard to do.
Is that really the case? Okay.
Part of me feels like you might be being disingenuous by saying you don't remember.
I legit don't remember. 100% serious.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because you're doing so much that you just sort of forget all the bridges you burn and all the people you fuck with?
Did I burn a bridge with that?
I could have been, but I'm a resilient person, so I turned that.
How great you are.
I'm so great.
You're so resilient.
Filmmaking.
We're all very
impressed. Here.
He has a passion for.
Okay.
He says he has a
passion for filmmaking.
Yeah, he makes the shittiest fucking video. Oh my god!
Seriously, this is a
YouTube video. It's not a documentary. Stop calling it a documentary.
It's not a documentary. I don't consider it a documentary.
So are you still angry with me?
No,
behind the scenes.
Not.
Okay. You dislike me so?
No, I think there's some things about you that I just want to understand better.
Yeah.
Mostly to do with your comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the video is not meant to be a hit piece. I didn't set out to do that. I was like, no one's made a documentary, at least a good documentary about MDE or Sam Hyde. So
no one's made it.
Great.
Yeah.
Seriously, there's no good documentary about Sam Hyde even after.
Yeah.
Okay, what things do Sam and I have in common? Well, we interacted however many years ago. Maybe that's something I could bring up in the interview.
I figured out what I was saying.
No, that's also really wishy-washy thing.
It is, yeah.
The thing is, that's been eating at him. Is it still recording?
Yeah. Here, I'm just going to set it again.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't want to do a hit piece, but, we interacted a little bit. Okay, I talked with Sam Hyde on Facebook a bit, on Facebook Messenger a bit, but I'm like, I'm going to do a fucking documentary on Sam Hyde. Yeah. I'm going to be like, hey, Sam, remember when I was telling you about that fat bitch on Facebook Messenger? Don't you remember that? I was like, we were like, haha, look at that fat bitch on Facebook Messenger.
It's making it so unnecessarily like.
Yeah,
he's forcing it. He's just forcing it.
Yeah. No, but you know that's eating at him. That's the thing. It's like I would never bring that up because it was like a passing conversation, and it's just like no one fucking cares.
Yeah,
dude, no one cares that your shitty video got copyright claimed
7 years ago.
Like bunch of videos get copyright claimed, and whatever. Maybe Sam Hyde was willing to release it if he could squat 220 on the
show. Like that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not nervousness about being punked. It's I wish you had been upfront about that, because I honestly don't like when I have like static with people. I wish you just told me just hit me up at the beginning and be like, hey, there's this thing.
No, but I thought it would be really good here.
Okay.
To be a review.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't have anything else to connect.
I just hope that you
look. So why is he even bringing it up? And why is he and then saying like I thought it would be really good here? Even if he did say that, why is he keeping it in the video?
Exactly. He's making it too much about himself.
I don't think Sam realizes how much I don't care about our first interaction.
Oh, he does.
Okay, let him sit.
A little bit annoying for me at the time because I've never dealt with like a copyright claim. It was my first experience interacting with Sam. It's an interesting thing to bring up, but it wasn't meant to be like a surprise. You're pranked. It's more like, hey, here's an interesting bit of info that you didn't know about.
It's actually
but I think the areas I struggle with, and I think a lot of people who want to enjoy your content kind of struggle with, is they don't feel like they have permission to laugh at certain things because you haven't given them like enough context at the beginning.
You don't need permission to fucking laugh.
This is all just like
why do you need permission to laugh? That sounds like a dystopian hell world where you need fucking permission to laugh.
I don't care about that. Like, do I have to be like scrutinizing my words and be like, oh, maybe I can get more views if I really explained what I meant when I said cum dumpster? Like, can I not give a fuck about that?
Yeah. You know what's funny?
He's right.
Sam is saying this, and Idubbbz literally is doing this in this video where he's like, he has to explain the words.
Exactly, and it's so unfunny and uninteresting.
Yeah, exactly. So Sam is he's
actively disproving Idubbbz's philosophy on comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I mean, obviously you can.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
But it won't be approved by the overlord.
Or like dismissive of your question. It's just, no, it's not.
Pretty much.
Okay. No, that's fair. I mean, I don't want you to drum up a thing if you legitimately haven't thought of it. I'm curious about your relationship with Danny. Have you been on drugs since you met you?
Oh my god.
She's been on drugs since before she met me. So if you're implying that I've driven her to drug use, you are incorrect.
Fair enough. I mean, that's what I wanted to sort of get out of the way.
Good.
Yeah.
Out of the way.
Have you tried to get her any help?
No, seeing as she's a girl I paid $500 to shave her head and pretend to be my girlfriend, no, I haven't. Do you want me to try?
Epic troll.
I don't know her that well. It's probably not my business to get her off drugs.
Yeah.
Also, I think I told her to put her hand in your pocket and pretend to be on drugs.
Shut up.
This is good though.
Are you serious? You gotta date a girl that has her hair shaved like that?
Yes.
Dude, I'm a fucking mental case?
Yes.
No, actually, I've known her for a long time. And
this is upsetting to me right now.
You think I'm a fucking millionaire? You think I have a shit ass office like this?
Shut up. This is your office.
Says who? You think I would fucking spill rock stars and Legos all over my office like a fucking animal and have 20 people in a fucking dentist's office? This is a converted dentist's office, right? That's why there's like paintings of like whales on the wall.
This is fun.
This is the best part.
So you're punking me.
I'm not punking you. I'm trying to make I thought it'd be funny for your fans. I thought they'd like it.
The whole thing?
I would never do anything
The whole thing's a ruse.
Actually hurt you or upset you or make you look foolish. I would not do that.
So, how do you know Danny?
Art school connection. I think she's a friend of a girl I fucked in art school.
Yeah. And she doesn't do drugs.
No, she does hair and nails. I don't know if she does.
Danny's not on drugs.
No. She's a good actress, right?
Are you kidding me?
No.
What the fuck?
Also, the slingshot's a rental.
That's obvious. It should be.
We did get duped by Sam. We didn't get pranked in quite the way we thought we were going to get pranked. It's not easy to say that I'm like happy with the conclusion because I'm still wondering kind of what's real and what's fake, legitimately.
Don't wonder. You just have to like
Go with it.
embrace it.
Yeah, now I can like find it being like.
You know what this really shows is that like the people that hang out with Sam are like real
They're
guys.
genuine guys, yeah. It's impossible to watch this and not think these guys are way cooler than Idubbbz.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a 3D modeler is
You
shooting.
guys are funny when you're not when you're not playing characters. I don't think you realize that.
Yeah, but he's playing a character too.
Yeah. Idubbbz is playing.
I don't know if you realize it. At least they realize it.
Straightforward, like for my what we do.
I don't know, like so many fucking Sam comments.
Let me tell you this, they don't.
Who cares about the comments,
Nobody
dude?
does anything.
It's not about the comments all the time.
I don't even read my comments.
Yeah, me neither. I read some of them.
Yeah, I mean, I read like the first
That's why it's kind of fucked up. Because like, you
Yeah,
know, like after that, you don't know what's real and what's not. So like, I'm like, damn, he thinks we're like totally lying.
Like, I was like, I kind of want to stop this because this whole Danny thing is really upsetting to me. This is really
Oh my god, he was literally white knighting for
This is his
Danny.
girlfriend of like 2 years or whatever.
This is so cringe, dude.
Oh yeah! What the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, so like she even like shaved her head for the thing too. Like that's why she looks all like had that crazy haircut and stuff too. Like
Sam didn't show up to shoot guns with us for like 2 hours, and then when he finally showed up, he was very distant. And talked to him one-on-one.
This is such a bad time to set this tone, like by the end of the video.
Yeah, I know.
Felt
Dude,
like
you got 5 minutes left.
yesterday. It was like a bit.
Sam is being very distant with you. Oh, you mean after 3 days of fucking trolling you?
Yeah. Seriously.
For the rest of the week, Sam wasn't willing to meet up one-on-one. He kept coming up with different excuses like, he was too busy or that his back hurt. And this continued for the remaining 5 days that I was in Rhode Island. Until eventually he had us meet outside of his real office, which he didn't want on camera, to give me something.
This is a thank you from us.
Luckily, we were able to get Sam to stick around with the rest of the group to have a chat around the fire, but I wasn't able to talk to Sam one-on-one after that.
And he literally doesn't have any of
They don't show any of the footage? Okay,
Yeah.
Interesting.
I swear to
A
God.
lot of the most insightful stuff that we got was with Sam's crew. After they had let their walls down, they all spoke very candidly with us, and it would have been nice if Sam gave us a similar level of respect. Never being genuine or only being genuine when you think it's obvious is a great game to play when the most important thing to you is never showing your taint to people. You can feel like a winner in a game that only you are playing.
I would punch Trump. Oh my God, I would love to punch Trump. Can you imagine that?
Idubbbz is literally coping and seething
I would have been more
In a documentary.
in a documentary that he made.
Is there a bigger L possible? I don't think so.
No, this is a big L for Idubbbz.
It's just retitled as I'm coping and seething.
Yeah.
Really like.
Sam Hyde
I
broke
don't know
me.
even surface level
That'd be a
details
better title.
about how he does things, or if he's even in a relationship. It would be interesting to know.
Does he have a Gia? Does he have a Gia?
As far as
So you're saying
what
pause
is
it
he
for a
about?
second? He keeps saying, it'd be interesting to know, but we don't know. So your whole job as a filmmaker is fucking just telling us what any ordinary person could have said.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't even know Sam Hyde? Like, what was the point of this? Fucking
And
nothing.
the thing is that he came in with the wrong perspective, where he's like, "I'm gonna get to know it. I'm gonna rationalize.
I'm gonna expose
and
it.
I'm gonna be the guy that exposes Sam Hyde." And he comes in as that guy when, if you want to actually get to who Sam Hyde is,
Just be real.
you gotta play along with it.
That's what I mean. You
gotta buy into
stop coming with your preconceived notion.
Yeah, you gotta
just be honest.
You buy into his world. You become like, he was basically set this up as a big MDE skit.
Yeah.
and you gotta become the character in the MDE skit.
And then convey what you learned from it
exactly.
to the audience, rather than
that's much more interesting.
Talk down to the audience of this is what irony is, and that's what he's doing. Like
he's actually being sincere when he's actually making jokes. He's not actually making jokes, guys.
Right.
Oh my god.
This is 2 more minutes.
It seems like he really likes comedy, even if that means being an asshole to people. And
it seems like he really likes comedy, even if that means being an asshole to people.
Yeah.
That's never happened before.
No comedian is ever an asshole.
It's very different.
Yeah. Not letting his wall down, I don't think that serves to benefit him in any way, but if that's a game that he wants to play, fair enough. All I can continue to do is
make shitty documentaries. Shitty YouTube videos that I call documentaries.
Yeah. Hi, I'd like to know what message is it you'd like us to take away from that exactly?
I don't know, man. I guess that's up to you. I don't know.
That's the point.
Nothing. It's just a bunch of crap.
But he smiles like you're gonna take stuff away. But
wow.
Oh my gosh, that was.
What the fuck was that font at the end? Like Halloween?
Yeah, right. What'd you think about that?
Well, I know almost nothing about these people, so it was interesting. Well, I don't even know, like, if to make a documentary or whatever, and have it be like complete lie to begin with, makes me confused. Like, or in terms of like, I don't know how you would put together a good video, like being kind of punked or whatever.
He has to be honest with himself. He should have said, I went in with this notion and I came out with this understanding. And this is what I've learned.
Oh, actually, yeah.
But instead, he said, I went in with this idea and I was confused. And it's like, okay, great. Then why are you making a fucking video? You have nothing interesting to say. It's just so... he was talking and explaining way more than he needed to.
Yeah.
And nothing he said was actually insightful. I mean, the most produced thing he did was the whole irony segment, which by the second point he made, by already, like you said, having just a prefix of the word irony, was already nonsense. So overall, this was just a behind the scenes like B-roll of a way better video by Sam Hyde.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is that Idubbbz went into it. The other thing that makes him a bad filmmaker, and I said this earlier, is that he's coming in basically with an opinion on Sam already made. Where a good documentarian, if they're making a sort of piece on a person, they should really be trying to capture the humanity of that person. And now Sam
understand it, but he didn't understand it by the end.
But see, the thing is that he's thrown off by Sam basically trolling him. But that's Sam's whole thing. He should have been prepared for that. Knowing that he's going to interview Sam, he should have been prepared for Sam to mess with him. And and that's the thing. The best way to sort of understand Sam is not to be this person who's constantly sort of outside looking in, but a person who goes inside and buys into this skit, into this,
immerses themselves
into this world,
atmosphere of it,
into the atmosphere. And the thing is that I'm sure that if he immersed himself into the atmosphere, right, he would have gotten much more insight into Sam. But he kept being like this guy that wanted to.
He kept his own barriers up in a way. He's criticizing them for keeping theirs up, but that's not their job. It's your job to let them to break
the barriers down.
He doesn't understand that.
Like, that's not the subject's job. The subject doesn't have to do anything. It's the filmmaker who has to break the barriers down. Yeah, so he's criticizing Sam for his own shortcomings.
I'll put it this way. Idubbbz is a decent YouTuber, but he's not a good filmmaker.
Yeah. Well, he used to be a decent YouTuber.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, the best parts of this video were just the parts where Sam was being Sam.
Yeah.
Every part where
Idubbbz wasn't talking were the best parts. I mean,
exactly.
Really.
Every time that Idubbbz came on screen, it was like, oh my gosh, this is unwatchable now.
Yeah, someone's talking down to me about what I should think is funny.
This is irony, guys. Shut up, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'd say that's our last.
Not Kino. Not Kino.
Not Kino.
2 thumbs down right there.
2 thumbs down. Siskel and Ebert right here.
Yeah.
Wait, which one is Ebert? Which one's Siskel?
I don't know. I don't know any of that. I know about Ebert, Roger Ebert, but
you don't know about Siskel?
I don't know about Siskel. I know that's his partner.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Whatever. That's it. Go fuck yourself.
He intentionally doesn't make it obvious when he is or isn't joking about something. Why he does this is up for interpretation, I guess, but after seeing how much he appears to involve himself in political ideologies, it seems he prefers to use meta To say I was just joking is a legitimate way to exonerate yourself in moments of actual miscommunication. But it's also a perfect fallback option for when you receive criticism for a point that you're genuinely trying to make. I think eating shit is awesome. What the fuck? You like eating shit? I was just kidding. Are you stupid or something? Well, now I feel bad for being unaware of any irony